Hello, everyone, Randy here. Just wanted to show you folks my own grandpa's old barn here. One of the old barns that is still standing yet. Unfortunately, probably for not very long. You know, it's starting to get in pretty tough shape. In fact, I just realized up there, yeah, it's starting to give way up there. I didn't notice that before. That is definitely new. And there is a basement to this as well, so we're going to be walking carefully. And no, we are not going down there. That is where the cattle would have been kept if, well, were kept, I should say. Anyway, don't know much history on the barn, to be honest with you folks. Other than to say I know it's old. The pictures from the place that date way back show the barn here before the house was. And that was somewhere around the 1880s. So this would have been the hay mow here, as well as up above here. In fact, I think there's actually a few bales over there yet. If we go over there, you can see, see if we pan the camera down, floorboard there that's coming up because of the weight of the tractor on here. That's probably not a good thing. In fact, if we look through the cracks in the floor here, we can see the basement, or lower floor, whatever you want to call it here. Like I said, walking carefully because I have no interest in going down through. And this, of course, here is the old equipment you would have been used back in the day here. And then we got a corn picker over here as well. So this would be corn. This would have been your grain like wheat, oats, etc. I'm not even actually sure what brand it is. Hopefully we'll maybe get a look at that when we're over on the other side. Okay, so yeah, we do have a couple bales up there. It looks like actually just straw from what I'm seeing. Nope, nothing to be worried about there, I don't think. Anyway, back in the day, this obviously would have been, you know, piled all the way up to the ceiling here with the small bales. And again, you can see a couple of them there. Okay, so this is an International Harvester McCormick. Ah, cool. Can you imagine? Let me see if I can get the camera up high enough here. You know, grain tank back in the day, the old unloading auger. You know, quite the technology back in the day. Of course, this is a tractor pulled, PTO driven. You know, not quite back in the horse days, but. And this would have been the old chute here for dropping the bales down to the lower floor. In fact, you know what? I can probably stick the camera down here and pan it around. And unfortunately, you can see the ladder there. I'm not sure what happened to that. Apparently that fell down. You can definitely see a lot of holes in the walls here. Unfortunately, like I said again, the barn is old and in tough shape. One thing I will have to say though, it's amazing to look at how this was built. I mean, just look at the beams that are in here. Let's see if we can maybe find one of the main beams. I don't know if this, yeah, I don't think this would be considered a main beam here. We probably have to look at the ones in the corner here, how they're notched out. Wooden pigs in there. Definitely pretty cool how it was built back in the day. Yeah, wooden pigs. Look at that. Very cool. And I don't know, can I get, oh, you know what, I think I can get a look down through here. I think this part was added later on, I'm assuming, this part back here. So there's the outer door down there. Okay, what else do we got to look at here? Of course, oh, yeah, that don't look so good there. You can see it's separating from the ceiling, or the roof actually. Again, very cool how this was built. You know, amazing it's even still standing yet. I don't know what size of beams these are here. Let's take a close look here. Actually, it looks like two of them put together here. Or no, there's a board nailed on the outside. Okay, that's what that is. And it has to be at least... looks like a 10 by 10, I'm going to say. Again, look how it's notched out there. Probably all done by hand back in the day. And you can tell even too, if you look at this board, it's rough hewn. It's not sawed. You can see the hew marks. Or axe marks. I'm not sure what they would have used to do it back in the day, but that is pretty cool. Must have been something here at one time. I don't know what that's about. We do have a few birds in here, I notice. There's the hoist for what would have been the conveyor for getting the bales up on the hay mow there. And then, of course, this, like I mentioned, this area here was all hay storage as well. Yeah, I can remember back in the day, back when I was younger, this being stacked all the way up with hay bales. And, of course, that as well. And then some up there, if I recall correctly. And, of course, if you look at what that's built with, that's just limbs up there, or trees. Nothing fancy about that. And, you know, look at the size of that beam up there going all the way across. Same as the one over here. Again, the size of the beams here, it looks like these are all, it might actually be maybe like an 8 by 10 up there. Definitely looks like a 10 by 10 here, maybe even, that might even be 12 by 12. That actually might be 12 by 12. And if we go back around the other side of the tractor here. This is an old 5020, by the way, for those of you wondering, gas. Don't know the last time it's ran. Don't know if it still runs yet or not. Looks like it has the... is that a starter motor on it? Looks like that might be what that is. I'm not entirely sure. Not very familiar with this tractor at all, to be honest with you folks. Again, would be interesting to see... well, it's got an Oliver sticker on it. Anyway, grain storage is up here under this floor here. And we got the chute here for unloading. This is where you'd pull the chute and the grain would unload. You can see all the grain on the floor here. This is... I'm assuming this is all oats, I'm assuming. At least as far as I remember anyway, that's what my grandpa used to store up here, was the oats. That was the oat storage there. And the ladder for getting up there. You have to love this. And I don't think I'm going to try this because these are all loose and turn. And let's see, maybe we can stand up here and get a little bit of a view. I don't think I quite trust these rungs anymore, but... that's what the storage there looked like. Looks like some of the tin around the outside has fallen down. A door for it there where you put the conveyor belt up into. And I'm actually not sure what that door all the way up there is for. That apparently has disappeared on us too. Because last time I was here, it was there. Old seed drill. And then, of course, the old corn picker. New Idea corn picker from, I was going to say AGCO. No, that's AVCO. Interesting. New Idea. Again, I'm not really sure the last time this was used. Probably about 20 years ago, I'm going to guess. You know, not something you see used anymore. And it's still a lot of fun, though, to look at the old stuff, see how it was all made. Definitely see some birds have been sitting here, it looks like. And, of course, look at this mean-looking saw here. Doesn't look like the belt's on it, but the belt driven from the tractor there. Definitely do some cutting with that puppy. Okay, let's see. Anything else interesting here to look at? I think we about covered it. Like I said, unfortunately the old barn is falling apart slowly but surely. And unfortunately, really no use for an old barn like this anymore. You know, with all the newer equipment and newer way of doing things. You know, you don't see much, unless you're like maybe a small horse farm or something. You don't do much with the, you know, the small bales anymore. And I don't know that you'd even trust this barn to actually hold that many bales anymore either, to be honest. This wall over here was fixed, by the way, so if it's solid, that's why. That side has been tinned. The other three sides have not been. You can especially tell on this side and that side. This is the north-facing side, so not quite as bad. Plus, the big doors are here. So that door there would open up, and this door here would open up. It's actually 3 doors here. Got the wooden one, the tin one, and then another tin one. And then again, like I said, storage up there. Interesting how they did that one, though. That is pretty cool. And that's actually what's under the floor here, by the way, as well, for those of you wondering. It's just beams like that. Just trees, beams. Bark's still on, and that's actually probably what the problem is. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but if you want it to last a while, I think you're supposed to take the bark off. It looks like some of them have the bark off, but not all of them. And again, it's probably getting wet over there, raining through the barn there. That's probably why that's falling in. And there must be some weight up there, too. Let's see if we can get a little better look at that. And again, you can see this is falling in here. I don't know what's up there. Storage for something, apparently. Actually, you know what? I think that's Wangan side parts up there from the looks of it. But I'm not sure what's up there, actually. I can see some bales hanging off. Yeah, and actually, from the looks of it, looks like there are some bales up there. Anyway, like I said again, folks, I hope you folks enjoyed the video here. I don't know there's much else I can show you in the barn here. Again, I don't want to go underneath there to the lower floor. I don't want to really go down there. That is, again, where the animals would have been kept. Right where we're standing here is smaller pens for the calves and whatnot. And then over on this side here for the larger animals. And then there is a grain silo, or a silo, right on the other side of the wall there. There is a connecting door from underneath there to that silo. We can actually maybe look at that. Yeah, I can probably, let's see if I can do this. No, it's not gonna let me do that. Too bright out there so you can't see that. Let's see, actually, you know what, before we wrap up, let's see if I can get around there a minute. We'll see if we can do this. Oh, not very well, can I? Okay. I'm not entirely sure what this is. If it's some sort of maybe flail mower. Well, no, it doesn't have a PTO on it. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this is, to be honest with you folks. But hopefully you can see the old silo there. That is still standing yet as well. And again, not entirely sure how old that is. Okay, anyway, like I said, folks, I think we can wrap it up there. I don't think there's anything else here. Again, like I said, old barn that is slowly falling apart. Kind of sad to see it happen, but at the same time, too, well, like I said, there's really, unfortunately, no use for a barn like this anymore. Or not much, anyway. At least, definitely not without some fixing on this one. Definitely wouldn't consider it safe here. Like I said, very concerned with this floor here. If you go underneath, you would definitely see why. And again, I'm not doing that. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And like I said, too, I really don't know the history on this barn that well. And then it's probably dates back from the 1880s somewhere. So again, thanks for watching, and till next time.